Hey, this is Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Today I'll show you how to change out the drive shaft on your two-seat Polaris RZR. This machine's in here because it had a bad vibration coming from the drive shaft. Now there's a few different things that can cause this. You could have bad U-joints, a bad carrier bearing, or damage to the drive shaft itself. If this goes unchecked, it could cause damage to both the differential and transmission bearings, and those U-joints, eventually they can break. If this happens, it's going to leave you stranded and possibly damage your drive shaft. If it's just your U-joints that are bad, we do have a separate video on that, so be sure to check it out. Or if it's just the carrier bearing, we have several different options available on our website, including the Sandcraft Motorsports carrier bearing assembly. But if you do need to replace your drive shaft, the All Balls Stealth Drive front prop shaft is a great replacement option. It comes balanced, it has greasable U-joints, and it comes with a better carrier bearing. All of these features add up to a longer lifespan of the drive shaft. Today we're working on a 2014 Polaris RZR XP 1000, but this procedure will be similar for a lot of 2014 and newer 900 and 1000 RZRs in the two-seat models. Always be sure to refer to your model-specific service manual for more information, proper procedures, and specs. To do this job, we have some common hand tools, rags, and safety glasses. For parts, we have the All Balls prop shaft, some waterproof grease, and multi-purpose penetrating lube. Now what's nice about this All Balls prop shaft is it comes with everything you need to do the job, including the roll pin for the front differential. You've got the carrier bearing. It even has those grease zerks so you can service the U-joints. Another thing to point out on this, it's really important, these paint marks right here, when you go to assemble this, you want to have those aligned, and when those are aligned, the drive shaft is phased, and what that is, it's just the alignment of the U-joints themselves. To start out, we'll remove both seats. Next, we'll remove the center console. All right, down here at the front differential, we need to remove this roll pin from that front yoke. With the roll pin removed, we're now ready to remove the front portion of this prop shaft. So to do that, we need to take it and slide it back, and it should slide back fairly easy. If it doesn't, you'll need to spray some penetrating lube in there because these splines do get corroded. And then after you do that, you can move the shaft to the side and move it forward. And separate the shafts. And then we'll pull the shaft out from the cab. Next, we'll remove the two bolts from the carrier bearing housing, and to do that, we'll use a swivel extension on our socket. Now we'll pull the prop shaft forward a little bit. And now we'll remove this rubber bushing from the prop shaft bearing. Now we need to go to the back of the vehicle. Next, we'll remove the rear portion of this prop shaft from the rear of the vehicle. Now we're ready to install our new drive shaft. To do that, we do need to remove this rubber bushing from the carrier bearing. Now we'll take our new drive shaft and we'll feed it in from the back of the machine. The next thing we need to do is install this rubber bushing onto our carrier bearing. And to do that, the manual tells us to put some light oil on here to help us install it. So we're just using some MPPL from Maxima. And when you install this, make sure you have the tall side of the bushing facing up. And the secret to getting this on is you'll want to pull one side all the way down like that, and then you can push the other side on. Now we'll take the rear section of this prop shaft and we'll slide it onto the output shaft of the transmission. And before we install the prop shaft onto this transmission output shaft, we are going to use a little bit of Bel-Ray waterproof grease on it. Now we'll take the rear section of this prop shaft and we'll slide it onto the output shaft of the transmission. And when you install this shaft, it's a good idea to have this paint mark facing up, and this will help you with installation of the front prop shaft. Next, we'll install these two carrier bearing bolts, and we'll just leave these bolts finger loose right now, and we'll torque them down after we have the front portion of this prop shaft installed, and that'll just make installation a little bit easier. Now we'll install the front portion of the shaft. I'm going to use a little more of that Bel-Ray grease on here, and then I'll slide this front portion of the prop shaft into place. And again, we have these paint marks right here that we need to line up. The next thing we need to do is align the holes for the roll pin from the differential to our prop shaft. To do that, I'm going to lift the rear of the vehicle and rotate the rear wheels until the prop shaft holes line up with the differential holes. But you can do this without lifting the vehicle up if you have to. It's just a lot more work. And what you'll do, you can remove the prop shaft from the transmission and realign everything. But if you do it this way, you'll definitely want to make sure that the drive shaft is in phase, because if it's not, you can get some really bad vibrations. With the drive shaft aligned, we'll take a little bit of this grease and put it on the splines of the front differential shaft. Now we can install the prop shaft onto the differential, and when we do this, you'll want to double check to make sure the holes for the roll pin are all lined up. Next, we'll take our new roll pin and we'll tap this into place using a hammer and punch. Next, we'll tighten up the bolts for the bearing carrier housing. And we'll torque these to 35 foot-pounds. Now we'll reinstall the center console and the seats. And that's all there is to installing the all balls prop shaft on your RZR. It's really not that hard to do, and these parts are available on our website along with just about anything you could want for your machine, including OEM and aftermarket parts. If you like this video and want to see more like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have a ton of other helpful videos on there. Thanks for watching.